We're gonna splurge a little bit for dinner tonight and have ribeye steaks with some sauteed mushrooms. But the thing here is the seasoning. I found a really good recipe for steak seasoning. It can be for ribeyes, filet, whatever. We just really like ribeye steaks. So that's what I'm gonna put it on. Show you how to make it. So we have our ribeyes here. You could actually use this steak seasoning with any cut of meat, but we just prefer ribeyes. I like to get them out of the refrigerator about 45 minutes before we're gonna grill them and get them seasoned, which kind of helps tenderize the meat. And now I'm gonna put together the steak seasoning. And for this, I've got about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I just use the Himalayan pink salt. You can use kosher, whatever you prefer. 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. I know that might seem a little unusual, but it just, I don't know, when it's all put together, it tastes really great on the steak. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. So since I already have the brown sugar in here, I'm gonna go ahead and mix all of this together. That last little bit there. And then the salt. It's up to you. And then I've also got some black pepper. Now this is gonna be to taste. Depends on how much pepper you and your family like. Or you like. We like a lot. Okay. All right, now I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this up. Just get it all good and combined. This is a delicious steak seasoning. And I have put this on ribeyes, fillets. It's even good on chicken. You should definitely give this one a try. It's wonderful. Every time I make this, when we have guests or whatever we're doing for dinner, everybody always loves it. So. All right, now I'm just going to sprinkle the seasoning on each steak. Just kind of rub it in a little bit. And just a little bit more on this one, I think. Okay. Just give it a nice even coating. And I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over. Make sure it's on there really good. All right, flip it over. How big do you think these ribeyes are? 10 ounce?
I think so. Well,
10 ounce each?
it was, the pack was almost 2 pounds.
Oh, was it?
It's probably about 13 or 14 ounces a piece.
Oh my gosh. This might be too many.
That's okay, I like a lot of meat.
Yeah, I mean, we love ribeyes, but these are big. My gosh, I didn't realize how big these were. But... And this would be wonderful if you're not gonna eat the whole thing. You can have, you can use the leftover steak for like a steak salad.
We've done
or
that.
Put it in a wrap, all kinds of different things. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get this all in here. We're gonna let them sit for another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes before we grill. And I'm gonna go ahead and make the mushrooms, the sauteed mushrooms that we're gonna have with our steak. Okay, now we're gonna do the mushrooms, the sauteed mushrooms. And right now I just have about 1 tablespoon of butter in here melting. I'm also gonna add just a touch of olive oil to the pan. Just a touch. I kind of like the flavor combination of melted butter and olive oil. All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and combine that. And I'm gonna add the mushrooms. These are portobello, baby portobello mushrooms. Just stir them up, get them coated. As these cook, you may find that you need to add a little bit more of the olive oil or butter, but really that's usually enough. All right. Now we need just a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. Okay. A little bit of thyme, ground thyme. Okay. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of fresh garlic. Give that a good stir. Now, as these mushrooms cook, they're going to release some of their own juice. Right now, it looks like they've already kind of soaked up that butter and olive oil. But I am going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce to this and a little splash of wine. So I may not need to add any more of the butter or olive oil. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, let these cook down before I add the Worcestershire sauce and wine. So the mushrooms are cooked down a good bit right now. I'm going to add a little bit of wine, maybe about a tablespoon or so. White wine's fine. This one's actually a rosé. But you can use whatever wine. You could probably even use a red, although I think a white or a rosé is going to be better here. Now I'm going to use some Worcestershire sauce. Maybe a teaspoon or so. You can always add more if you feel like it. You can see they're starting to really shrink down. I have not needed to add any other butter or olive oil to this. I think we're going to be good. Now I'm just going to let these cook for a little while longer until most of the liquid has been absorbed, and they'll be good to go. Time to flip them.
Time to flip them. I'll do a, there we go, look at those grill marks.
Whoa.
That's what I want to see.
That looks nice. And these will
In
be
another
medium.
minute, I'll do another quarter turn. That should be 4 minutes, 2 minutes on each side, should get us to medium.
Perfect. Good job. All right, the steak is ready. Mushrooms are ready. So now we're gonna do the taste test. Tell you what we think. Ready?
I'm ready, let's go. Here's
All
your
right.
fork.
Okay. Melt in your mouth. It's a perfect, well, we like ours medium. Of course, everybody likes theirs cooked differently, but you do a great job cooking it medium. But the flavor is so good. This marinade, or this seasoning is just delicious, isn't it?
I forget how good it is between times.
I know, right? Because we don't have this very often, but when we do, this is the seasoning that we like to use.
Yeah.
Gotta make this.
So let's stop filming and go eat it.
Let's do that. Thank you so much for watching the video. Appreciate a thumbs up, and I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. Have a great night.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.